Passion, drive, and patience. What brings home the winning trophy is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance, from superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has got you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to turn your car into the MVP and bring home that win. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
When the whole family comes together to watch the game, nobody wants to miss a second of the action to run to the grocery store. With Instacart, you can get all your weekly groceries in as fast as an hour. Less time shopping means more game time. Let's go. Visit instacart.com to get free delivery on your first 3 orders. Offer valid for a limited time. $10 minimum per order. Additional terms apply.
Welcome to the PowerCat Podcast, GoPowerCat.com's Kansas State Athletics Show. Make sure you're subscribing to our show at Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. Now, from the GPC studios, here's your host, GoPowerCat publisher, Tim Fitzgerald.
It's the overtime.
You sounded so excited.
I am exhausted today. My energy levels have been up. Things are looking good. Today I overbooked myself. I'm tired. I had a long day yesterday. And now I got to look at Ryan Gilbert.
Look away. I'm hideous.
Tim Fitzgerald, that was Zach Carlson. That's Gilbert over there growling. Just growling.
We chortled in rapturous glee.
Did you listen to last week's overtime? You didn't, did you?
Nope.
I did all Stephen A. drops. I was slowly going insane listening to him over and over.
It's so disrespectful for you to say something like that.
It eroded my brain. But it all started with his Zion Williamson rant, and then I said, I got to go find some more. His podcast that he does on YouTube is a damn goldmine of quotes.
I said what I said, and I meant what I meant.
The things he says and how he says them, man, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one.
Did you see him the other night on a certain cable news channel?
I don't hardly watch cable news.
It was funny.
What has he been? He's been on a political something. What was it?
He was on Hannity.
Oh boy, what was he on there for?
I don't know. It was funny because he was himself. It was just a Stephen A. rant against
Andy, but he's been on some. I can't remember what I don't even care about the guy.
That is blasphemous.
I care about you, and I care about the business owners that I love dearly at So Long and Taco Lucha. Lucha and Saloon are 2 of the finest establishments you will find in the free world. In the places where freedom rings true, they desire delicious burgers and tacos, and bartender's name, Ryan Gilbert. People in China right now are talking to each other via some secret app. I wish we had Ryan Gilbert in China.
That's so true.
And Taco Lucha in Beijing. But they don't. No freedom, no tacos.
Am I right?
I don't know. I'm so tired. Taco Lucha, So Long Saloon, longtime friends, business partners, and sponsors of the Overtime podcast. Let that freedom ring now, Mr. Gilbert, by speaking into the microphone the questions which our subscribers have asked us for this stupid damn podcast we do called The Overtime. Ask us anything, you'll never know what we'll say.
Oh, yeah. Shut up, Todd.
From Danger Cat.
Danger Cat.
It's heating up outside. Is anyone ready to admit that winter is way better than summer? Or are we still going to sweat through it and pretend like we're enjoying being miserable?
I think Danger Cat didn't have enough snow this year to think this.
Yeah, it was a pretty mild winter, wasn't it?
It's a very mild winter.
Didn't get enough moisture.
It was bad for the the grass.
It's bad for farmers. Danger Cat's selfish.
It's a bad winter.
Just
because it was mild and not cold and not snowy. Like, oh, this is better than summer. No,
Look, I'm gonna answer this question for Ryan Gilbert. He likes the months in which he can safely pee in a bush without frostbite.
I like the months where I can travel in my car and not sweat my butt off. So
you are pro winter?
Oh, hell, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Especially with my car issue. I'm on your side, Danger Cat. I've got you.
I think Danger Cat
I've got you covered.
I think Danger Cat likes spending his summers on a boat on a lake. Can't do that in the winter, can you, Danger Cat?
Sounds like you know who this Danger Cat person is.
Got called out.
Huh.
Got called out. That's a crazy take. Give me 110 with 30% humidity or 95 with 50% humidity over anything cold below 10 degrees.
Not even below 40? I feel like you went kind of low there on your...
I kind of adjust at some point where you go outside and like, oh, it's 32. And if it's not windy, it's okay.
Sure.
And then when it's 50, you wear shorts. And now if it's 50, you can't do that.
Just bundle up in the winter.
Look, I'm just going to say this. I'm pro dome, like science fiction, where we live under a giant dome.
Like the Simpsons movie?
Well, there was a whole show called Logan's Run back in the 70s, I think, that they lived in a dome, and then people decided to escape because they thought it was nice out. I'm watching Silo on Apple TV. Same concept. Generations upon generations live in this giant tube down into the earth that goes like 150 stories down. And there's no elevators. So there's like the mids and the uppers, and it's a society.
Haven't heard of that show. Must be buried.
Is it hot or cold there?
It's a maintained temperature.
Climate controlled.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. That's why I keep you around. Throwing in those dynamite drops. That helps this podcast a lot.
I'm disappointed you missed my joke.
What did you say?
I said it's buried on Apple.
God. Even the dogs didn't like it.
Just making fun.
Are they going to start barking? Let's move on. We'll just let them bark.
The next question from our friend John Queefald.
There you go.
Yes or no to the following car enhancements? Bumper stickers? Do you guys want to go one by one?
Yeah, go one by one.
Hey, dog, shut up. Okay, go ahead. Oh, they listen so well. Bumper stickers. I'm very against it.
Unless it's a Steelers sticker. No.
You added another one below your Steelers one.
We understand what you're doing. They're not bumper stickers. They're taped to keep that crappy car together.
Yep.
They're covering the bumps. Yeah, what happened to your car that required a second bumper sticker?
My stepfather got me a gift. It says Yinzer on it. And do you guys know what Yinzers are?
No.
Yinzers are people that are from Pittsburgh. So I have that on my car now.
We need to get him a third bumper sticker. It says poser.
Yeah. It's funny. The other day at Lucha, I can say that on this podcast. I convinced like 5 or 6.
Fitz is getting on Vistaprint right now.
Fitz?
One off.
2 could play at this game. 2 could play at this game.
Yeah, I'm opposed to
I'm good with messing with people's cars.
You know, I never saw the deer that ran into my car. Mm-hmm. Was it you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hired it. But
I hired deer for hire.
I convinced like maybe 4 or 5 customers at the bar the other day that I was from Pittsburgh. And like me and the other bartender, I'd turn around and we'd just start cracking up. That's my story.
Okay. All right. Well, you got lots of stories. Okay, yeah. Bumper stickers, no. Yes.
Personalized license plates.
Depends on. I don't like personalized plates that are weird.
So yours is
like promoting adoption.
I've got.
It's a dog plate.
No, yeah, you can get Humane Society plates. So I used to have a K-State plate, but it got vandalized once in Aggieville because some kid named Larry tried to steal my license plate, which was pretty funny because I ran Larry down. Yes, you heard that right. That actually happened. And then it was kind of causing problems road games when you get a K-State plate and you're in the media a lot. And so I went to the purple shaded Humane Society adopted dog and cat plate. But yeah, personalized plates, like if mine said Fitz rules, bad plate. Even though true, not a good plate.
You could do Life of Fitz and get rid of a lot of the vowels to make it fit.
Ooh, you don't
LFO Fitz.
I like
that'd be great because it would be Irish with the O Fitz. You'd love it.
That's why I keep him around, Gilbert.
Yeah.
He gives me good ideas like that. What do you give me? Grief. That's what you give me.
You give me $2 tip.
Ooh, $2 tip.
We did give you a $2 tip last week.
Yeah. Just rolling.
The ticket was $10, so how about 20% tip is
boom.
20% is pretty good. No on the personalized license plates.
Nah. Dark tinting.
I mean,
how dark?
I mean, I don't.
Illegal? No. Enough to keep the sun out of your eyes? Yes.
I've looked into that for keeping the car cooler. I don't know how much it would help, but
I can't believe you're thinking about spending money. And I'm going to say it, Fitz. I'm going to say it. Your car is a shit box.
yeah. And it gets me from point A to point B.
Look, folks, if I forget to bleep this out, I'm not worried about that because that is an accurate depiction of, what is it?
It's a shit box.
The accurate depiction of the facts at hand or whatever.
I pulled that tweet up. What we tweeted was a factual description of events. No need to speculate. Yeah.
If you could envision a
shit box
in your head, you would be seeing Ryan Gilbert's car with Steeler bumper stickers on it. Whatever.
It's
Have
needs a new car. We need to get him some NIL money.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting for a while.
That's what I'm going to be the walk-on next year, for sure.
Name, image,
I can't believe you're thinking about spending money.
Name, image, and
Have I shown you the cooler I made?
No, you tell us about it every podcast.
It's
you
a
tell us
homemade
about this
AC
thing.
unit.
I have a little fan with an ice bucket underneath it,
No,
and that's every podcast we've done for the last 3 months.
It's not an ice bucket. It is a full-on cooler.
This is
the
so
only
dumb.
place
You bought this or you made this?
I made it.
Yeah,
DIY.
you bought this. This is. I will explain
I didn't
this
buy
to
it.
you.
I made it.
This is a styrofoam cooler with two, probably like 5-inch fans sitting. I don't know.
USB powered.
I guess they're USB powered. There are 3 PVC pipes or toilet paper tubes
PVC pipes
sticking into this styrofoam cooler in various lengths.
Technically,
it's kind of like
they're sticking out.
It's tomato. They are protruding, and I assume you turn the fans on to go through this cooler to shoot out. This contraption should be the thumbnail for the podcast. It really should be, because there is no other
You have it
way.
on your screen?
It's right here.
Text it to me right
Okay.
I'll text it.
This thing is so ridiculous. But no, Gills should not tint his
Okay,
car.
I'm gonna finish my
lightly
thought
or
now.
darkly.
Gills, with all respect to the people in this part of the country, I just got to say this. You would be one badass with that car in Appalachia. That would be the nicest car in Appalachia if you drove that around. He's got air conditioning. Well, he's got a cooler.
Wow, it's a sob.
Then you wouldn't be calling it a shit bird or shit.
It's a box.
Shit box. Sorry.
Sorry, Fitz.
Next
Okay. Beaded seats.
Why? No. What is
Why
it, the
even ask that?
1970s?
I don't even know.
I'm not
what
a trucker.
I don't know what a beaded seat
They're
is.
like those little rolling beads, like metal, wooden ball things, and they kind of are massaging, like they roll a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be comfortable at all.
Did you do that?
No, it's like a trucker thing. Like truckers that are on the road all the time do it.
Like stimulate their body?
Yeah, be able to massage them to get.
Sounds brutally painful after a couple minutes.
No, not beaded seats.
No.
They left this conversation with waterbeds. We used to have waterbeds.
Did you ever own a waterbed?
I did not, but I did rent sublease a place over the summer that had a waterbed. Very weird experience. And I had roommates with a waterbed who one day got drunk, kicked out one of the side panels, because the side panels all hooked together, and the hook ruptured the bladder of the bed, and we had a minor flood.
Oh.
And he was so drunk he couldn't really participate. So me and my buddy Maury were bailing it out when Larry came in to help out, but instead just peed on the waterbed that we were bailing.
Amazing.
It was a good experience. But yeah, no beads, no waterbed, none of that. No. Is there more?
2 more.
Oh my God.
Lifting / low riding.
No, no. I'm a 59-year-old man
Who looks like he's 30.
that I would take a bouncy car. Like one that you could pull up to the stop sign, look over at Zach, and all of a sudden, boing, boing, boing.
No.
Can you imagine that?
Absolutely
A
not.
Dodge Durango with a fat old man in it, getting less.
With hydraulics?
With hydraulics. Boing,
no.
boing, boing.
I am curious, though, how those work. Like, is there just a button? Like, are there settings? Like, how do you...
The boing button?
Yeah.
Blowing button.
I don't know.
LED undercarriage
Oh,
lights.
absolutely. I'm into that. What? No. Why
No.
would I have that? You didn't ask about the loud engines, the little
Right.
tiny cars
Right.
that go by you and deafen you.
Yeah, I always say when they drive by, wow, that person has a big...
Yeah, they don't.
Oh, they surely they do.
I think that Mr. Queefald here thinks that we're all in high school or middle school.
No, none of that.
Maybe,
I'm gonna ask one.
maybe he is in middle school with the name choice.
No, he's not. He's an
Probably.
adult. He's giving me advice on stuff, on queef advice. I don't know. Go ahead.
Can I do one more?
Well,
Air conditioner. I'm gonna say no.
I think that's a yes.
I don't think that's an enhancement. I think that's standard on most
Basic
vehicles.
requirement of most.
If you do regular maintenance,
I'm telling you, people, Jack Veneer was a multi-millionaire and drove a crappy truck.
My man.
That's Gilbert if he hits it big. If he hits that bet where he bet $10,000 on the Steelers to win the Super Bowl and cashes out at $10 million, I don't know how that works, but anyhow, that's really lovely. But anyhow, he will still drive a humble car. He's a humble man, but also his nickname, his rap name is Poverty Gilbert.
Pav G. Get it
Pav
right.
Pav G.
From Momo Cat.
What
What is one? Sorry, go ahead.
Go.
What is one discontinued food that you wish would come back?
the Cool Ranch Doritos Loco Taco.
Oh,
Taco Bell used to have a Frutista.
Is this all Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mexi Melt. I'd love the Mexi Melt back. Sorry, we just turned this into a Taco Bell question.
Yeah, this is supposed to be my air conditioner podcast, not the Taco Bell podcast.
especially since we have a taco place that.
Yeah.
That's my answer. They don't have their Southwest chicken taco anymore that I loved.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of it.
They'll do it on
It's not on the
special
secret menu.
occasion. Sometimes it is the daily special, but
Still,
That's a good
I
one.
never see it. Let me know when it is because
Okay.
I love that.
I will.
The $5 nacho box that they did like a couple years ago.
At Lucha?
No, at the Taco Bell.
Will you stop talking about Taco Bell?
No, they serve actual American tacos.
Actual American taco. It's easy, you know. I don't think about things we've lost. I think about things we've gained.
That was really deep.
That was
My
crap,
goodness.
total crap. I can't think of much of anything that's been discontinued because I move on in life. I don't hang on to the ancient taco ways of a certain corporate taco place. I move on with my life. I don't yearn for the flip phone of the past. I enjoy what I can have now as a consumer.
Those are the dumbest words I've ever heard.
We always complain about bars closing early. Doesn't one of the Taco Bells here close at like 8?
I think they've changed that now. I think they had staffing issues and now they're back to normal.
I actually think that the Taco Bell on this side of town just closes whenever they feel like. They don't turn their lights on. They might be open. They might be closed. Like, you can't tell. It's bad.
I have spent more time in that Taco Bell drive-thru than I would a trip to Taco Lucha at a sit-down restaurant. It is so poorly run sometimes.
Do you think Bill Snyder has spent more time in that drive-thru than you?
I think we've overblown the whole Taco Bell Bill Snyder thing. I think
I thought he liked cookies more than anything.
Yeah, he loves cookies. I think he just went because it was what was near the Veneer complex as he went home.
But that's not on his way home.
Well, there's literally nothing on his way home.
The concession stand, he could break in there. The stadium.
Why wouldn't he have keys to the concession stand? Like, you just go up there and you see a concession stand's open and Bill's working the counter for himself, just grilling some dogs. Dogs are making some laps around the thing and popping some popcorn. I can see it. As long as they had a coffee maker, he'd be happy.
How's the pie here?
Not good.
I'll take all you got. Screw it. Throw it in a bowl with some bourbon and bring me a ladle.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
Okay.
The humans will be back with more of the Overtime podcast.
Diets and workouts, you've done the work, so why can't you get to your goal weight? That's because up to 70% of your weight is predetermined by your genetics. So while you've been told that it's all about your willpower, you're actually fighting your biology. Don't do it alone. Found's Doctor Design program uses medication as part of a treatment plan that targets your body's unique biological needs, so that your body works with you and not against you. Take the quiz at joinfound.com to see if Found's weight loss program is right for you.
Welcome back to the Overtime. Speak Humans.
Another question from Jerome Yang.
Tickle party?
Jerome Yang wants to know if K-State ever decided to get rid of purple, all shades, as an official color, what would the new color scheme be?
No.
You're insane!
If you as a human being got rid of oxygen, what would you breathe instead?
Nitrogen.
Look, red. My favorite color is blue, but blue and red?
Why don't you just do like silver and black?
No, for God's sakes. Why don't you just say gold and black? Like everything in Pittsburgh.
That was not going there.
I thought that was a Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
A Boulder, Colorado.
Look, this is a fine question. Did you have an answer?
Not a good one.
Okay, do you have an answer?
No.
Okay. Let's discuss
teal.
Teal. There we go.
Tom Asbury teal.
That's actually a color. Tom Asbury teal. You go on the color, Pantone color.
You can go on to Crayola.com and order a box of K-State crayons, and that'll be in there. Maybe.
Let's rename Jerome Yang. Since Jerome Yang has moved on and is no longer part, he built a dynasty in his brief stay at Kansas State, leading the team to an incredible victory at Cal. Let's rename the Jerome Yang account right here on the podcast.
I think it's good. It serves as a bookmarker.
Jerome Yang is gone, though.
It serves as a bookmarker in K-State American history. We know exactly when this account was created.
I want to go change it to Yang no more.
No, it's got to be
free.
Jerome Yang.
Do you think Jerome Yang is going to consent to this change?
Absolutely not. Do not change your name.
I don't think he has a choice.
Terms and conditions.
I've got the power. I got the power. I could just change it to.
Are you ready for this?
Yang me off. Which doesn't really mean anything, but still made you laugh. Well, we let Queefald go.
I can't believe we're letting that.
I don't know why we did.
We probably shouldn't.
You know why? Because I have cancer. That's just the excuse for everything. It works every time. Why did you let that name go? He's cancer. It's perfect. Yeah, I'm going to change that sometime. Jerome, let me know if you want it changed.
This game was on the Pac-12 network, right?
Yeah, it was at Cal. It was basically
So
like
funny.
the Ben Boyle and Stan Weber of Cal doing the game with no preparation.
Yeah.
And whoever's their students running the cameras, because Cal has academic excellence, but apparently running a camera and studying for a broadcast isn't part of it. They just set the camera right there on Coach Sutton and said Jerome Yang.
This guy sitting on the bench is definitely the head coach, not the guy standing up head coaching.
Yeah, so weird. The whole thing was so weird. That was such a bad broadcast.
It had to have been somebody's first game. It was had to have.
Very early in the year.
It was, yeah.
Could actually probably would have.
Okay. From Contra Cat, what staple utility would you give up for the summer, which is 3 months? We'll go one by one here.
No. You got to list these, and we got to pick. Yeah.
Dang, I was doing so good.
You were so
I realized
good.
what I did when I said it.
I should have put this up there with Andrew Cat's question. My bad.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable. Gas, electric, water, water/sewer, cable/internet, trash, AC, separate from electric, or other.
Well, what the hell are we doing here? Look, if the apocalypse hits, which I mean, power outage for like 3 hours, I'm dying. I'm just going to cash it in. I can't overcome loss of these things. I can't do electricity. I got to have internet. I maybe gas in the summer.
The answer is gas, because even most apartments are electric. So
yeah,
you chose something I don't have for the whole year.
Yeah.
I'd give up trash. You can just use your neighbor's trash bins and call it good.
You're one of those, aren't you?
No. My apartment has a big trash bin.
That'd be tough, I think.
It's easier if you're in an apartment area like where I live near Aggieville or campus. Where it's
then
just
again,
houses.
you could just go find, during the summer months, the pools in town, they do dump 3 different dumpsters in the parking lots. So it would be fairly easy to just take your trash down to. Well, you might get trash. You might get trash juice in your trunk, but
trash juice.
Trash juice.
Yeah,
so delicious.
I have a lot of that in my car.
I bet.
In my
luckily the
bleep-box.
the AC blows it right out.
It does, so you don't smell it.
Oh, okay, guys, I got on the side here. So I did a great podcast, a YouTube podcast with some guys. They're just kind of building their channels. One's an OU. The heart of this podcast is an OU and OSU guy, but they had a Pitt guy on with me. And I thought I was being sly because they were talking, at one point they were talking about Pitt quite a bit in the ACC. I was listening, but I was also working on the image for the Bill Snyder Life of Fitz podcast. I thought I was being sly, but this clip that's running on, you can clearly see that I'm just working. I wasn't being nearly as sly as I thought I was.
I thought you were going to say you were talking about the Steelers.
No, I didn't bring the Steelers.
Your $10,000 bet.
You know, I felt like if I said, hey, one of my employees is a big Steelers fan, can he come stay with you? He would go, is that Ryan Gilbert guy? No, we know about him out here. He's a poser. He has a bumper sticker we hear that says poser on his car.
Next question from GPC Cole. We all know that riding with Fitz.
Who? What? GPC
it's
Cole?
Danger Cat's other account, I think.
Oh, okay. GPC Cole? Okay.
Yeah. We all know that riding with Fitz can be an adventure.
What?
But besides the Texas road trip incident, what are each of your favorite memories about riding with the boss?
Here we go. Now, I want to point out, is that Daphne just snoring?
She's just snoring right there.
Oh, jeez.
This podcast is boring her to death.
I don't blame her. What these guys get in the car with me is 1/10, and I'm not lying about that, of what I was pre-GPS. Before you could just get directions, you actually had to use maps or, print out a map beforehand. Zach, do I have a sense of direction?
No, that's why I'm here.
Zach has been, even with GPS, Zach just takes so much pressure off me because we could go to the hotel, drive to a restaurant, and Zach can tell me exactly how to get back. It's unbelievable. And meanwhile, I have forgotten what color my rental car is, let alone how to get back to the hotel. I have to put my hotel room number in my phone so I don't forget that.
Goodness. You don't save the little slip that they put your key in?
No, I just put my key in the wallet, put the number in my phone. But the act of putting my number in the phone seems to solve that problem, except when you're drunk. But I'm much better. There was a serious incident when we had a flight canceled. We were going to A&M way back when, so we couldn't get to Houston. There was like fog in Houston or something, and like they didn't know. We were like, we could just drive, and they go, hey, we can get you to Dallas. So we flew to Dallas, and then we drove from Dallas to Houston, which is a long ways, and got lost horribly because my navigator at the time, very, very attractive person. I love my wife a lot. She was Magellan. Let's just go down here and see if we can turn right. I mean, just go down the coast of Argentina or Brazil and try to turn right. It worked for Magellan, but didn't work in this case. Give me your best fit stories. None. I'm an angel. That's it.
I know Cole I mean, he kind of answered it. He said, besides the Texas road trip incident, like nothing's ever going to top that. And it's
so funny.
Even more funny for me being the mastermind.
So Zach and I have plans that overlap either before or after Big 12 Media Days. So Zach's going to go down separately, I think.
Yes.
I'm flying in, coming off vacation. We get into Kansas City the day before, the evening before, day before. And then Becky will drive to Manhattan, and I'll fly from Kansas City to Dallas. Meanwhile, I'm entrusting Cole and Gills with the company Durango to drive down. After what happened at last year's Big 12 Media Days with the spam texting that was actually Ryan Gilbert in the back seat, I have decided that he may ride back with me, but on the roof, strapped to the roof like a dead body, and his phone will be in the glove compartment. We'll get him home.
I thought you weren't going to strap me in.
You had to hang on?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of not a bad idea. It'd keep you occupied.
Zach, do you have a favorite story?
It's just every time. Zach just cracks up with all my stupidity.
I don't know. At a certain point, you do it for so often that there's nothing that really sticks out as like a moment.
It's mostly now just crappy drivers I yell at.
Yeah, like there's no... I don't know. There's nothing real exciting that happens.
I had one yesterday with GPS. My GPS gave me completely wrong directions.
Oh?
Like they had done some road construction in Topeka or something. So I go to Topeka for a doctor's appointment. My wife agrees to come. Wonderful. I mean, she helps out a lot. I mean, she handles all the billing, which is great. Asks great questions. She's a great listener, so she's great at a doctor's appointment. She went to go to damn antique malls. So I'm now driving around Topeka to antique malls. But why not just throw in, no offense to your dad, a visit to the dentist while we're here? So we end up in a weird part of Topeka, and then we got to go to Lowe's to pick up some stuff. And I flip on the GPS, and at some point I followed it to the T, and it took me, we're on Topeka Boulevard at this point. It took me to all the way, it dumped me on 470 going the wrong way.
Wait, you were at Lowe's?
No, we were trying to get to Lowe's.
Oh, okay.
From Central Topeka.
I thought you were saying you were trying to go somewhere from Lowe's and you ended up on Topeka Boulevard because that's impressive.
So it hopped up and there was a point where it told me to go left and get on the highway. And I didn't feel like it was right, but it's clearly, I looked at it and I go, it's telling, yeah. And I think I was supposed to go right. I think they've done some construction. The GPS isn't up to date. Next thing I know, I am on 470 or 435. What is that?
470.
Yeah, whatever. And they took me down. 35.
335?
Yeah, 335.
Towards Council Grove?
No.
Emporia.
Towards Kansas City. Like they 470. They hopped me on. And I went all the way to the eastern entrance into Topeka to go to Lowe's on the western edge of town. Oh, I melted down, Zach. Oh, I had some words for that GPS.
So where'd you turn around? You turn around at the little rest stop?
There was no place to turn around. I mean, you went all the way. There's actually an exit that we never use when you go the Southern Loop is what I would call it. We usually are just going on into Kansas City, but there is an exit there before you merge into the...
Okay.
And you move back around. I got screwed, man. They screwed me. They screwed me badly, which is always not a good thing. Go ahead, Gills. Got another one for me?
Got one more.
Oh, boy.
It's from Cole.
This guy and his questions.
He's worse than Pickles. What is it?
Wait. Are you saying that Pickles is bad?
No. No.
The producers of this podcast would not endorse that opinion.
Did you just slander Pickles? You better
we would
come
encourage
at Gills.
Pickles to come at Gills and hold him accountable, not the rest of us who are associated with him on this podcast.
From Cole, what is an era in American history that you could go back in time and live in? Where would you live? What would you do and why?
Okay, so I heard that totally wrong. I thought we were correcting an error in American history, but now it's an era of American history.
Sorry, did I not enunciate?
Nah, it's just kind of hard.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Do you have an answer to this? Because, look, I think we've already established I like amenities. Power. Toilet paper. Toilets.
99-cent stores.
99-cent stores. I would probably, the only thing I would do is maybe go back one half generation before me. So I grew up in the 70s. My high school years were 79 to 82, K-State 82 to 86. I was the youngest of 4 children. So my brother was on campus in college during all that wild Vietnam era, crazy, incredible music, hippies, lots of drugs, Zach. I think that would be the only change. Just go back because they had everything. We didn't know what we didn't have. That's the thing about we didn't know we needed computers and phones and all that. So you just lived your life. But yeah, I think that was a crazy time to be a kid. 80s were kind of lame. They're cool in a way. You going for the Old West? All you doing?
Yeah, actually, I was going to say I'd rather just be in the current for every reason you said. All the current amenities. But yeah, Old West.
I probably, if I go back, I would do what one of my buddies did in the 80s. He bought a bunch of Walmart, Microsoft stock. Not kidding. So, didn't think of those things back in the day, did I? Tried to invest in Apple and got talked out of it by an investment person that is, as far as I know, is no longer in the industry because they suck.
I wonder why.
God. What would you want? You'd probably want Steel Curtain era of Steelers football.
Yeah.
I think that overlapped with the We Are Family Pirates baseball. That was a fun era. I became a Pirates fan because of that era.
Huh. You're a Yinzer now. Self-proclaimed.
I'm a Pirates fan now. I mean, they were always my National League team growing up, but I grew up actually it was a fun time. 80s music hung on. It actually is memorable.
Yeah, the Taco Lucha playlist is...
That's not it. Play that funky music, White Boy, is a 70s song.
70s? Oh, even worse.
God,
I cannot stand the Taco Lucha playlist. I'm sorry for saying that.
I wish we had Cole. He's the history guy asking this question. I wonder what his answer would be.
Yeah, I wonder. My real answer would be back in like the first years of Washington's presidency.
Really?
When America was being founded, yeah. What's that kind of called, I guess?
I think the
founding years?
Yeah.
Because I went to D.C. in the fall, and we did, everything, and a lot of it's based off of the first days of America. Sorry to get serious on here for a second.
I would like to meet all the founding fathers. I want to meet Ben Franklin because I have a feeling he and I get along great.
Is he the one that stares at me every time I lose my money at the casino?
Yes.
He doesn't stare at you when you're losing the money because you've already given the money away, and they give you chips.
He knows I'm going to lose.
They give you chips for that.
So imagine how much better this podcast would be if I was just sitting here going, one day I'm hanging out with Franklin and Jefferson. It'd really add a lot of insight here. We're talking the British. What's up with them?
Can't believe the dogs didn't bark for that one.
Dude, I woke dude up. He was over there twitching and dreaming, and then I woke him up. And you know what? Most of our listeners by now are twitching and dreaming. They're just twitching for us to end. We're going to end. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Lucha and Saloon, not only for their great service to this fine community, their wonderful drinks and food, but also giving Ryan Gilbert a purpose. He had no purpose. It was like air conditioning. He didn't have that either.
Thank you for listening to the Power Cat Podcast. Make sure you're subscribing to our show at Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. Power Cat Podcast. All rights reserved. GoPowerCat.com.
With Blue Link Plus, you can access your Hyundai Tucson Limited remotely. Doors unlocked, temperature set, lost car found.
There it is.
Get complimentary class-leading Blue Link Plus. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Get in on the action with the world's largest sports book. right at your fingertips. Circa Sports Iowa is where the pros play. Enjoy the highest limits, lowest takeouts, competitive betting menus, and the best customer service. Now you can download, fund, and bet like a pro from anywhere in Iowa. Circa Sports Iowa. Sports betting the way it should be. Download your new bookie today. Visit circasports.com for details.